Good evening. They're kind of quiet.
Good evening,
they're
everyone.
quiet.
Yeah, they're kind of quiet. Good evening.
Good evening. Let's stretch out a little bit. Kris and I are really proud of the fact that we managed to keep butter chicken off our shirts, which is pretty remarkable for us. Thank you. Adrian, First Call team, Elder Sparrow, and all of you for the big heart of the growing First Call family for being here tonight. Kris and I are really happy to be here representing Vancouver Foundation and the Fostering Change community, and appreciate the backup of so many young people and youth allies in our network that are here with us tonight, along with our staff team. So thank you. And it's always great to work in partnership with Trevor Linden, who you may have noticed or may have heard that's on the agenda tonight. But we know you'd be terribly disappointed if you didn't hear from us too. So now that we've got the mic, we're going to hog it for just a few more minutes before inviting our other special guests up tonight. So the purpose of Fostering Change is to improve policy, practice, and community connections for young people transitioning from foster care to adulthood. We do this by helping to strengthen the capacity of community partners by making grants, engaging young people in all phases of our work, investing in research and learning, and creating the public and political will for changing the systems that will better enable transitions for young people. Programs are great for demonstrating what's possible. Policy can help embed that in changes, but it's building power with people, with young people, that is going to lead to change. One of the best parts of our work is also the fun we get to have alongside community partners. So in that spirit, we're going to start by playing a little game. Don't worry, it's not musical chairs. You don't have to get up. It's not hockey either, Trevor.
They look a little nervous.
They do look nervous. It's actually really easy. It's really easy, especially if you have a hand. So it's a quick game called Fist to Five, and it's easy. A fist means 0, not important. 5 fingers, very important. It's a very scientific research methodology that anybody from SFU or UBC here tonight understands. This is the wave of the future. 5, very important. 0, not so important. And there's 3 if you want to. You get it. We're smart people here. Yeah. So a few skill testing questions. From fist to 5, how important is it to you to support the ability of children in your life to find success on their own terms? Wow, that's good.
Take a look around.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
From 0 to 5, how important was financial support from a parent or caring adult to your success? And that could include getting here tonight. Good. Again, fist to 5, how important are reasonable financial supports and social networks with caring adults to the success of young people who have been in foster care?
That was a trick question.
It was a trick. And finally, from 0 to 5, how many of you would cut your kids off from care, support, and connection at 19 years old? Good. I think this is an audience we can connect with.
Yeah, I think they are.
Yeah, there's double fists coming up now. That's good. The good news is that outside this room of child and youth advocates is a province of people that feel your pain as parents and as young people, and are increasingly in agreement that young people in foster care need more from our government and more from people in their neighborhoods. 71%, or we released public opinion research on Friday that found that 76% of British Columbians now agree that support to youth from care should not end at their 19th birthday. "71% of British Columbians are in favor of providing a stipend to help with the cost of living for youth who've been in foster care until they reach the age of 25. Across BC, we ranked the creation of long-term, non-paid relationships with caring adults as critical, and we ranked strengthening relationships with extended family and kin networks, foster parents, and cultural communities as the top to nurture and grow. It makes sense, good common sense.
So part of this is a reflection of our own experience as parents or young people. If you're in your 20s in BC, there's nothing like family when it comes to making it on your own. It's undeniable. 92% of families describe providing 19 to 28-year-olds help with money, school, travel, rent, and even relationships. These are just a few of the things that people are providing to their own kids here in British Columbia. This pattern is so endemic that 66% of all British Columbians now recognize that the world of homes, career, and opportunities is tougher for young people now than it ever was before, especially for previous generations. So that old story of walking uphill both ways to school in bare feet, it's a recognition that there's a shift in public consciousness. Things are changing. Part of the support for youth from foster care is also found in the growing awareness of the conditions confronting young people in and from care. The outrageous connection to patterns of homelessness and trauma that too many face. There's good news, though. There is more than a 20% increase in the understanding of key indicators since we first polled in 2013. This means that the British Columbian public is growing more and more aware that there are issues and that things need to be done. Part of this might be due to tragic headlines. Part of it is due to the resilient and powerful leadership being taken by more and more young people with support from their adult allies and organizations. And I would have to say that in addition to that, part of this is a demonstration of the power of advocacy, especially when done with, not just for, young people and communities.
Which is like you, why we're so proud to support the work of First Call. Advocacy is a fundamental ingredient of our democracy and sort of a disruptive cornerstone of our ability to invite better leadership from across the board. There are almost 700 beautiful people connecting with one another in this room tonight. Scattered across this beautiful province of ours are 700 young people preparing to be unceremoniously birthdayed at 19 into a new round of precarious, vulnerable status. Showing them some consistent love and financial support throughout their early 20s is not unreasonable. Not doing so is morally wrong. A note of caution on our findings. The general public and young people from CARE expressed little appetite for overt partisanship on this issue. NDP, Liberal, and Conservative voters, on the whole, share a desire to see us show up better around young people who've been in care. They want leadership that's less blame and shame and more about ideas and action that prioritize long-term success of young people. The opportunity can be found in an appeal to moderates who see a fundamental disconnect between their values, their experience, and this issue. And they're more likely to be curious and inspired when unlikely allies step forward to lend their voice and community credibility to leadership on this issue.